Let's look at the market cap this morning now. We see it's trading still above the 1 trillion mark, holding that level deeper, stronger at this point, down 0.80%. That's the total crypto space market cap. And we see volume traded, that's down 5.69%. Bitcoin dominance still ranging between 41 and 43%. Let's look at the price of Bitcoin this morning, $23,536. A big pullback from what we had yesterday. It did touch over 24,000, but we're seeing some profit taking there at that level. It's down 0.99% this morning. Volume traded $28.96 billion. Let's look at Ethereum. That's also holding up $1,643, down 1.40%. And we're seeing volume this morning, $9.14 billion. So we're still seeing buy and sell pressure in the market at this point. Still that euphoria, that bullish euphoria right now. Let's look at the top alts by market cap. We see it's all red this morning. Profit taking. Ini and I, we do talk about Fridays. We normally expect red, and we're seeing it even though it's a bullish market. To $323, that's for BNB, down 1.96%. The biggest mover downward, Matic, that's had a great run in February, was down 3.74% today. Let's bring in Mary Emaswa now, financial market analyst. Hello, Mary, good morning.
Hi, good morning, Ladi. How are you doing?
I'm doing great. Thank God it's Friday. So, Mary, Nigerians are queuing for a lot of things right now. First, we're queuing for fuel, also queuing for cash, at this point. And yesterday, the CBN did talk about encourage Nigerians to actually use the eNaira, at this time. So, for you, how does Bitcoin, central bank digital currency, how does it play into what Nigerians are going through right now?
Yeah, so it's really interesting that you said that. So, of course, this is actually an opportunity for the CBN to push the eNaira because we know from last year that it wasn't quite successful, but it still doesn't solve the major problem. Like a lot of people do not know about the eNaira, and also it is quite questionable whether people in rural areas will be able to use the eNaira, because what we're facing right now with the long queues is also something that is heavily faced in rural areas, maybe even worse. I've heard of situations where people are actually doing trade by barter, and this is 2023. Well, on the other side, I feel like people are still not warm to the eNaira. There are a lot of people still holding on to Bitcoin. Like the number of people who are searching about Bitcoin in Nigeria has increased tremendously. So I feel like that might be a major solution. Although from what I was able to get from a couple of Nigerians and their concerns about Bitcoin and its adoption and applicability in Nigeria, especially given the current climate, is that how do we let the common man, probably like someone who's selling fish in the market or whatever, how can we get them to use Bitcoin? Because Bitcoin is only something that could be used over the internet. But like I mentioned, I think some time ago, is that there are Bitcoin tools and innovations, Machanko being one of them, which allows people to use USSD to get access to Bitcoin, meaning that even the unbanked are able to have access to Bitcoin using their feature phones. So there is no need for internet in that. But the only problem right now is education. Do people know about this technology, and would they be warm to accepting it? But really, given the current issues that are happening and the hardship that people are facing, the question now is it really worth not knowing about the possibility of how Bitcoin can solve this problem versus continuing going through these hardship and choosing not to know about it? So it's
and obviously the volatility, with Bitcoin also plays into the whole story, because you could pay for something and Bitcoin is about 23,400, then maybe it goes lower, then you lose some, funds with that transaction. But I guess stable coins actually help with that.
Yes, stable coins would help. So if there's a way they can get people to use Bitcoin and then convert it to stable coins, that would be great. But the CBDCs aren't exactly safe, right? Even though people may think there will be a lot stable than Bitcoin. The thing is that CBDC is programmable money. If you are targeted by the central bank in one way or another, they could control everything that you have in your CBDC, and you end up with no money. And it's even, I think, even as bad as having your account frozen. So that's also another risk to look into.
Right, but at the end of the day, we still have, those CBDCs coming out strong in 2023. We're looking, forward to how it all plays out going forward. Thank you so much, Mary Masso, financial market analyst. Thank you.
You're welcome. Thank you too.